What's going on, guys? I hope everybody's been having a great couple of days. Back, and today's video, we're gonna be talking about this thing right here. And well, some of you may or may not have seen the little short clip that I uploaded and me and Cheyenne made, but this was in it, and that was kind of like a reveal for this thing. But let me get you guys on the head cam, and then we'll go further into detail on this thing and why it's here. All right, guys, so we are in my, well, new to me, 2004 Lincoln LS. All right, guys, now I know this is definitely not what was expected for the next channel car, and the Shelby GT500 right there. And honestly, it was not expected by anybody. We didn't really expect to get one of these. I didn't expect to get another one of these for at least maybe another year. I don't know. I didn't think I was ready to get another Lincoln. And the reason being is, when I was in high school, I had a 96 Oldsmobile, and it was my first car. It was a Cutlass. I loved it. The motor blew up in it, and well, we all kind of just agreed that it was not worth sinking the money into. And well, I got rid of it and ended up buying my auto mechanics teacher's 2005 Lincoln LS V8 Sport. Now, obviously, as you guys can already hear, this is a V6, and yes, I did take the mufflers off of it because I wanted to hear it, and I don't care what anybody else thinks. It's my car. I'm gonna do what I want with it. Well, that car was, at that point in time, and still to this day, is the nicest car that I have ever personally owned, in my opinion. It was the fastest, it was, I mean, everything. And just like this one, it was pearl white with tan leather interior, and this one is the exact same spec, just this is the V6 base model. So that was the nicest car I had ever had. It had a Jaguar 3.9 V8 in it, and it had air ride suspension, and it was just, I loved it. It was beautiful. It handled great. It had plenty of power for me at the time, and it was something I was comfortable with driving on a daily basis. I just switched to my phone because the GoPro, for whatever reason, does not want to stay on and stay running right. I fell in love with the car. I love the way the car looks. I love the way the car handles. And even this one, to be a base model, it still handles great, except for this is on a coilover setup. It's not on a air ride suspension setup, which is pretty damn good for me because I have huge plans for this one. I'm going to make what I wanted the last one to be out of this one, and that is going to be a V8 car eventually. But time will tell, and you know, I'm not going to jump the gun on anything right now and put out, oh, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, because I don't know what I'm going to be able to do tomorrow. So let alone 2, maybe 3 years from now, I don't know what's going to happen. So with that being said, this car right here is something I've wanted for a really long time, and honestly, I wasn't comfortable making a deal on a Mustang. I wanted a Mustang. I found Mustangs. I test drove Mustangs. I wasn't comfortable with the fact of going into a lot of debt for another vehicle at the time. I was wanting something cheaper, and I found this. It's not in a bad shape at all. It's got some things that need to be taken care of. This car is in pretty damn good shape to be a 2004 car. So with that being said, I finally got another one. And the reason I was scared of getting another one is because of the shit that I went through with the last one. Let's get out of here. Everything about that car was perfect, but it attracted the wrong type of attention from the right people. As I had said, that car caught the wrong type of attention from the right people. And this is how I let a car completely destroy my life that I had built to that point in time. And I ended up having to restart everything at the age of 18. I got the car, and apparently we're just gonna say people. I'm not gonna name any names. People that were pretty damn interested in the car, but I didn't know it. I didn't put two and two together. I didn't realize it. And there were people that did know it. But to protect me, they didn't tell me. And I let someone borrow the car to go pick up my little brother and come back. And I told them to go straight there, straight back. Well, I found out that they went all over hell and half of Georgia, and then they came back. Well, I got pissed off about that. And when that person got back, I told them they would never drive the car again. Took the keys, went inside. Well, I told everybody that person had stole the car, and in my eyes they did. But come to find out, after 2, 3, 4 years now later, it was actually a year ago that I found out that the person, she came clean and told me that she had gave the keys to him. So that car got taken from my possession, and later on that day I found out that it was wrecked. So I ended up obsessing over that because that car was literally everything to me. I didn't get an I'm sorry. I didn't get a replacement. I didn't get shit. I just got fucked, right? But at this point in time, I didn't know where the car was. I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know shit. But I got a phone call later that night from this person, and I told him to bring my car back. And I hung up the phone. I was irritated. I was mad. I was at work. And I get a phone call back saying, "You're never going to see this car again. It's upside down in a ditch." And that right there broke me. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't know where the car was. I didn't know the state of the car's condition until that phone call right there. And that's all I got. Well, a week to 2 weeks go by, and I'm stressing. And when I say I'm stressing, I mean I am stressing. I don't know where the car is at. I completely stopped going to school. I remember, hey, I don't know where my car is at, but I want to go find it. And they said, well, I faintly remember where it's at, but I don't remember exactly. They get a phone call, and that phone call went exactly like this. She answered, the person I was with answered the phone and said, "Have you talked to Treston?" And I said, and then she said, no, he's not here. He's not come home from school yet. That was a barefaced lie. I was sitting right next to her in the passenger seat of this little Ford Escape. And she says, well, when he gets home, take the keys from him. Don't let him go near that car. Take the keys for that car from him, and just don't let him have it. We'll be there to get them later. Whenever that phone call ended, I looked at this person and I said, and this person is no longer with us anymore, but I looked at this person and I said, go over to my mom's. Her boyfriend has a truck and a trailer. We're gonna go get my car. And I'll insert the video right here of when we finally found this car. She knew the area, she just didn't know exactly where. So we drove up and down, different side roads, back roads and shit, until we finally found the car sitting not even a mile up the road from where it was wrecked. And it was mangled. Like the roof was caved in, the wheels, or the passenger side wheel, was bowed out. The lower A-arm and outer tie rod had snapped as this person was going around a corner, and it flipped the car. Because this person was doing 106 miles an hour on the police report, which I have to find, but I will find it. And I might put in a picture of it, I might not, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do that because that's not something I should be putting on the internet. But needless to say, the car was in terrible shape. I looked at this car and I was devastated. Like, it took everything in me to stay on my 2 feet after I looked at this car. And I do remember at one point in time I collapsed. Like I was down bad. Like, this is the first car that I had ever went in debt for. Like, when I seen this car in the shape that it was in, it destroyed me, because everything that I was working for, everything that I had wanted was right there in front of me, and it was gone. No vehicle, no means of transportation. And I had already been 2 weeks out of school because I was basically just ditching because I was so damn depressed that I couldn't pick myself up to do anything. I was angry. I was depressed. I was betrayed. I felt betrayed. This is somebody that I never thought that I would have to worry about this for, but this happened, and then the next day they were gone. They were nowhere to be found. Like, we get the car up on the trailer, and the trailer jack breaks. So the tongue of the trailer, it collapses because we had the trailer unhooked from the truck to use the truck and the chain to pull the car up on the trailer. We didn't have a winch. So the trailer jack breaks, the tongue of the trailer falls on the ground. I take a regular floor jack that you jack a car up with like a dumbass, and I jack this car up, the tongue of this trailer up, so that they could get underneath it and fix it. Well, not thinking about it, the floor jack kept wanting to flip forward, so I put one foot on the jack and put the other foot on the trailer. And, well, sure as shit enough, the trailer slipped off, and it pinned my foot between the tongue of the trailer with the weight of the trailer and the car between the flat end of a jack, the flat top face of a jack, and the tongue of that trailer. And I was just pinned there. So there's that. That was dumb on my part. I should have known better, and I did know better. I was so damn mad that I wasn't thinking right. Well, I end up in the hospital. My foot's freaking destroyed. Like, my every bone in my foot is crushed. And from then on, here I am, no vehicle, no means of transportation. I basically drop out of school. I got fired from a job because I was disabled and I couldn't work at that point in time. And even though I've turned in doctor's notes, that still was let go. So here I am, laying on basically the stranger's couch, destroyed. Like, I don't have a vehicle, I don't have anything. I just let myself go. And that right there is how I let one car destroy my entire life. Being that person, or we no longer talk, he has nothing to do with me. That right there is why this car right here means a lot to me. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment, share, get these videos out there. I'm sorry this was a bit longer than what my typical videos are, but I'll see you guys in the next video.